Light on. And the gates open, and it was a nice dispatch too. Sirocco Gale a little bit tardy to muster. And beginning well was the favourite. Wolfburn Todd had no hesitation to go straight to the lead. Max Fire is darting across out deep on the track, and there's plenty want to be there. Packadow's not going to be far away with Starlight Valley and Marvellous Night. So it looks a pretty genuine tempo going into turn one. Omo Plata settles back midfield from Kentucky Ruler. Getting back Zoom Urudi, Leon Shout. Getting back the third last, Venting the outside. Sirocco Gale the inside of Rising Fire, who settles at the back. So passing the 1,500 metre mark, and the Guineas winner Wolfburn shows out. 3/4 of a length in front of Max Fire. Packadow a lot closer this afternoon, settles third. The leader's back, and Marvellous Night just has to cover ground out 3 deep. In the centre, Starlight Valley 2 lengths back to Kentucky Ruler as they back the speed right off. Omo Plata midfield, starting to improve Zoom Urudi. Leon Shouts the inside. Venting its outside, starting to close in a little bit. About 3 lengths back to Rising Fire, second last, and Sirocco Gale the last one. So at the 1,000, and Wolfburn shows the way narrowly. Max Fire the outside, on its outside, and Todd just takes a little peek over the shoulder there. He'd have Packadow on his back, and Starlight Valley's running fourth, 1 out, 1 back. Kentucky Ruler's getting pushed along. Marvellous Night likewise. And then Zoom Urudi over on the inside, Leon Shout. Getting out now, Venting starts a run. Rising Fire. Shies is looking for runs now. He's going to stay to the inside at this point. Well back Sirocco Gale, and the last one Omo Plata. So Wolfburn, he gets a length on him down the side, folks, and he gets Max Fire off the bit. Starting to run on okay was Packadow, but just now gets to 1 pace, and then deeper out Venting. Rising Fire's picking up. He's spotting about 5 coming around the turn, and then Starlight Valley. Wolfburn straightened up at the 3 and went for home. Todd's riding hard on the outside. Venting's putting in, and Rising Fire. Venting. Paul Denton draws level in the derby. Got the better of Wolfburn. Rising Fire gets to third, but it's Venting. Kerry Patrick, Paul Denton. They've had a great relationship over the years, and they win the derby. Venting first, second goes to Wolfburn, third Rising Fire, then Max Fire stuck on well. In behind those, Sirocco Gale. A gap in the field then, you would have had Leon Shat, Packadow, Zoom Urudi. A gap in the field then to Starlight Valley, Kentucky Ruler, Marvellous Night, and Omo Plata. The last one home in the Ladbrokes NT Derby, and Kerry Patrick takes it out. Venting came off a nice second to Wicked Addiction. That form did stick or stand up in the Buntine, with Wicked Addiction running a great second. And just worked into the race down the side. Wolfburn was trying its best in 2:05.57. But really at the 200 metre mark, it just had the momentum and just had the staying power. Rising Fire came from a long way back, but just couldn't pick him up. Track's been a little bit, probably you'd have to say today, the leaders have had an advantage just on the results, but usually they're the better horses, and the on pace is there getting into the race. Well, Paul Denton, he needs no introduction, folks. He is a legend here in the top end. And looking back through the records, Paul, let's have a look. The first time he won the race was back in 1997 on Rocket Flight, I believe. Judging by the race book, it goes back to 1981. I'm pretty sure he didn't ride one before then. But he's come out here today and has got the money. Second goes to 1, Wolfburn. Third to 3, Rising Fire. Fourth to 2, Max Fire. It ran a big race, 2:05.57. 2 3/4, 7.5. And they've had some big winners over the years, this duo, but none bigger than this one. And number 4, Venting. He's a 3-year-old bay gelding, Star Witness Vintage Strike for a Rowan McDonald, who sends a lot of horses to Kerry. DP Kerr and JW Lovell for Kerry Patrick and Paul Denton. And they take the big one this afternoon. Second goes to 1, Wolfburn, a 3-year-old chestnut gelding, Schnitzel. Alice is Smart for Gary Clark, Jared Todd. And third to 3, Max Rising Fire, I should say, a 3-year-old chestnut gelding, Headwater. Spirit Ties of Bean for Billy Healy, and Poor Shies ran a good race. But the winner returns 4, Venting. And at start 8, win 2, 1 minor placing, and the prize money up over the $120,000 mark here in today's big feature. Officially 5th goes to 6, Sirocco Gale, ran a good race, 2 3/4, 7.5, 2:05.57. We stand by for correct weight.